guys, welcome back to the Crafty Capricorn. Today I wanted to do a little bit of a journal catch up with you. I have been putting off making this video because I really thought that I was going to be able to kind of sprint through some areas where I have, fallen behind already. And I wanted to share, I guess, a little bit less authentically in a way. I really wanted to be able to come and talk to you and not have very many gaps in my journals, but even though I've shared before that I have accepted this, I was intending to essentially conquer that habit of not journaling for a while, but I'm realizing that for me it's really necessary, especially when I have so many various types of journals going on at any given time that it's really important for me to take breaks. Otherwise, my ADHD just says, no, thank you. I don't want to do any of it. And I am kind of in a dry spell right now with my journaling, so I figured I would come and check in so that when I'm feeling inspired again, I can update you then. So I'll just give you an honest look at how things have been going. I suppose I'll just start with my art journal, which was my birthday book that I purchased and I shared with you guys basically right after I got it. And I knew that it was going to be really challenging for me to break this in, and it definitely was. It took me all the way up until the beginning of this month, which is just over a week now, to actually find the courage to jump in. So I started with this spread on one of the black pages. I'm decently happy with this piece, but I realized that my gel pen that I used for all of the white outlines was just a little bit too thick to really capture the nuance of these lines, and I didn't want to compromise their squiggliness by adding an outline to the hair, but as a result it kind of makes the hair look a little bit darker than the rest of the tones, even though I did not make it that way. So anyways, I'm very pleased with it as a whole though, because I used gouache, and gouache is a medium that I tend to feel really intimidated by, and so I just thought I would go for 4 of my favorite colors without any mixing involved. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this little piece, and then it's kind of given me some courage to tackle a little bit more art, and I actually have a little piece of, I guess it's like note paper or whatever, of some things that really have been inspiring me lately. And so I thought if I decide to come back and do some art whenever I'm feeling up to it, that I can look at this for some inspiration. But I really would love to continue onwards and make some more art, just however I feel like doing it. This one I did kind of reference a few different old 70s posters just for the idea, but I actually have a lava lamp for my daughter and was looking at it and feeling really inspired to do some cool trippy stuff. So anyways, I want to do some more 70s psychedelic art. I want to do some fairy stuff. Yeah, and I've got a few books that I will probably work through their exercises as well, because this journal is made with such high quality paper that it would be cool to really play with my nice watercolors and things. And then since she also included these burlap pages, I want to play with some texture paste and stencils on these, so I'm really looking forward to doing some more art in this baby. She's just so beautiful to hold. Oh, I love this book so much. So now we can talk about my Hobonichis, and we'll just start right here on top with my A6 because it's unfortunately basically just blank. I have not had the inspiration actually to come and journal to my daughter. Let me zoom in because this one's pretty small. I just have not had like the inspiration to come and play in this book, aside from like doing some light decorations, which I even like made a mistake. And you know, I kind of figured that this would happen, and again, like A6 is pretty easy for me to just like fill a bunch of stuff in, and as you can see, like I've penciled in, you know, as stuff happens, ideas that I get that I want to write about and talk about. But yeah, I don't know why. I think it's actually, anyways, I think it actually is related to my motherhood journey at this time. My daughter is 3, and yeah, it's pretty tough out here as a toddler mom. So I think it's probably just my own mental health that's kind of struggling with some of the challenges right now. So I'm really hoping that as I work on my mental health a little bit, that I will find the inspiration to come back, because I do just, I have so many ideas, like memories and things that I want to doodle and stuff like that, that is really fun to do. So I will be coming back to her as soon as I find the inspiration, which I hope is soon. Okay, so the next one is my A5 day free that I've been using as my spiritual journal. I don't remember if I've checked in with you guys since like putting some stuff in the pockets or not, so apologies if you've seen some of this before, but I also did it kind of the same thing where I wrote some inspiration on like just a separate piece of paper. I have some reference material for the tarot, my dot stickers, which didn't end up working out as I expected, even though it's a really cool idea, because my practice has really been waxing and waning a lot. So I'm trying to accommodate myself instead of putting pressure on myself to do things that aren't working. So I'm giving myself grace, and I'm actually going to pivot. We'll talk about that here in a sec. This journal just makes me so happy. I absolutely love this one. I would say that this one has probably the most consistency of a sort of the 3, which is very surprising because I loved my A5 Hobonichi Hone last year for just like memory keeping and stuff. Anyway, so December, I was starting this dot system where I would put a dot down and have those correspond with my key up here, which is all the various things that I might do in my witchcraft practice or spiritual practice in general. So, you know, I've got personal witchy notes or reflections, seasonal and Sabbath stuff, astrology, you know, all the various things that I might get up to in my practice that I'd want to possibly journal about, and things that I wanted to get to but didn't have time, I penciled in, which I actually really enjoy seeing how I wanted to get to it and I didn't have time, which is okay. But I love to see where my head was at and what I did end up getting to. So I kind of liked this, but then I realized that it's very repetitive, and my ADHD is allergic to repetition. So I didn't do that this month, but I'm kind of thinking about using this for like a 30 card pull or 31 card pull with just copying down some quick notes. I don't necessarily care that January is already over. I just think it would be really cool to see myself like push myself with interpreting the cards in a more like summarized way. So that would be really cool. And then maybe, even though February, we're already in like we're in the 3rd week of February now. Maybe I can still push myself to do that for February too. But if not, I'm really not worrying about it. So, especially because like the daily pages are coming together pretty good. I just gave myself a manicure and I had a little bit of top coat on my finger, which was driving me nuts. So at the beginning here, I realized that this paper is definitely going to do a lot of bleed through. And so I've learned my fountain pens are probably just not a great idea on this particular Hobonichi paper, which is a bummer, but it's fine. And I did some experimental like splatter with ink. I did not test the paper, so this was fully my fault. But I'm just going to use gel pen and my brush pens in this book going forward, so that's fine. I was considering like actually tearing this page out, recopying over, or maybe like just doing something else here. I have some of these cool like full page stickers that, I don't know, I'm open to myself just deciding what to do later. I've set some stuff up that I plan to fill in. I really love this page a lot. This was such an amazing start to this book, and I'm really like evolving in the ways that I journal. I'm perfectly fine with coming back to these later because I really started picking it up here for the next few pages, writing about my birthday celebration on the astrals, my birthday tarot reading, some just interesting like data type pages for my practice, my current needs, a very brief summary of some Capricorn season lessons, my areas of interest right now. I actually looked up because I have a sticker book that is all like, it's called the Fairies, Forest, Fairies, and Fungi anthology, and it has like a ton of birds in it, and I was curious if it had a magpie, and it did, and I was so stoked because I'm a spiritual magpie. This was the new moon in Aquarius. Just, I do all sorts of things, all of my spiritual studies. I chose the Three of Swords here because of the themes of the new moon in Aquarius. And so here I was kind of writing about betrayal and heartbreak and things because I'm going through a lot right now. And so I really love looking back on that. So we are in the year of the wood snake. I wrote about that. I'm also a metal horse for my Chinese zodiac sign. And so I wrote about like what 2025 could entail for metal horse. I have some brief in bulk notes that I scribbled on another paper for some reason, because sometimes I don't want to write in my Hobonichi like on my couch or something because I'm afraid that my handwriting is going to look weird. And so I only will write in this book when I'm sitting at my desk. So I have some brief notes that I just want to chuck right here, just about what in bulk is and like the vibes for me right now. I think this is always a really interesting shift in the season this time, so I really want to reflect while we're still kind of in this season-ish before we get to Ostara. So got some stuff to say there. And so here at the beginning I was writing about my the Capricorn decanic rulers for the decan of Capricorn, and here I'm writing about the decans of Aquarius. I just haven't gotten to Uranus yet, or Uranus, or whatever. I'm so sick of all the different ways people say that planet's name, so whatever. That's how I learned it in school, so let's be mature people, okay? So here is some magical workings that are happening for me, and that's it so far, but I have penciled in actually this one I want to skip. But I have penciled in some ideas that I want to get to. Yeah. Very, very cool book. I'm loving her. She's already the very beginning stages of getting chunky. I can't wait to see how she turns out later. And the last one that I've been working in is my A5 home, which is basically just my planner and my just everyday journal. And so I was kind of doing a little bit of the same with my dot stickers in the monthly page here of like what hobbies I was getting up to. I like this idea of media favorites and hobby highlights, but I just didn't do that for January. Instead, I rated some of the shows that we were getting up to. I would like to do that again actually for February. And I put down my stickers and just forgot to come back and write what I was actually doing. I might be able to check my camera roll for that data, but anyway, that's kind of how I was using the monthly pages as of now, and recording some birthdays. Then the weekly pages, I've just been doing the everyday, regular, schmegular, writing notes about my day, to-dos, etc. And I'm not bothered by blank space because that's just how I operate. But I'm just kind of thick in the middle of some pretty bad burnout right now. And to be honest, some days I just don't even want to look at my journals. And then other days I come to it to actually decompress. And so I'm just gonna not force it and come back when I feel the pull, because I know I will. I know that I will come back. I have actually been able to say that I have stopped giving up on my practice. I just take breaks. So that is perfectly fine. Yep, I just write about my life. I am very real in my book. So like if you pause and read my writing and are uncomfortable, that's on you. I really don't care if you decide to do that or not. I'm just sharing the ways that I write about my life and document things. I love doing song lyrics right now, especially songs that really make a big impact on me that I have discovered. This year I've discovered Saint Evangeline, and I love her just as much as I love Lana Del Rey, which says a lot. So I want to print out the album artwork for Inferno and tip that in right here because that would look killer. This prompt was actually inspired by the quote of the day here, and this is something that's made a big impact on me in my life, so I wanted to write about some stuff that's on my heart. And yeah, I mean, here I made my essence of Capricorn as it was coming to a close. Just really cool shit, you know. I don't know, some memories, writing about my daughter getting her first actual bike, which is cool. Some social media overhauling, I don't know, stuff that like matters, and some stuff that's just silly and for fun, like my hair care. And cool journal prompts, tipping in my Art Nouveau Karatake, because I loved this piece right here. This may or may not have completely influenced me deciding to buy the paints, but also because they are some of my most favorite colors, all of them. So I really am looking forward to making more art with them. And you know, that's actually something that I want to be doing more of in this book too, is making art. Like I think I did one of my cool doodle pieces up here. yeah. So what I do is I just like scribble and then find a picture in that scribble, and I'll add like a few different lines. Like this one, I added like this bottom point, you know, and I added like the teardrop shape after. So, and I just make sure everything is all connected. I did this with Neil colors, and I just love the way that it turned out. I think that's pretty cool. So, and then this is my aunt who passed away, her birthday. Like, this is all stuff that reminds me of her. And this watercolor that's in the background is actually one color from the Kiritake granulating set. And I just thought it was really cool because my aunt's favorite color is purple. So very, very cool. R.I.P. Auntie, I love you so much. So yeah, I just document my life, use stickers here and there. Most of these big ones are from a sticker book that I got, the Nathale Leiki or whatever. It's hard to read the writing on the book because it's kind of cursive-y, but anyway. And then I had some pip sticks from their advent calendar, which came in early January, even though I ordered it in November, and I was a little upset, but I digress. So yeah, I'm behind, but I've got some things penciled in that I may come back. Yeah, pretty cool. I love this book, I really do, and it's fine that I just don't feel like doing it right now, but figured that you guys might want to see a real look at my Hobonichi practice and my sketchbook. I think I'm going to be pivoting for a little bit and potentially working on some tattoos, and maybe some projects for my daughter. Like, I'm kind of in a hyper-focus mode right now where I'm obsessed with making felt creations, and so I'm going to be making her a princess busy book coming up. I found a really amazing pattern that I'm going to do, so I may check in with some other projects that I'm doing if you're interested. And actually, sorry for the random jump cut there, but I wanted to also share some more art that I've been getting up to lately because, you know, as my creative practice sort of waxes and wanes and shifts between my interests, I will spend a period of time working on something else, and I think it's really cool to actually share the full range of things that we like to do or are capable of doing as humans, so I hope that that's okay. But I wanted to show you my sketchbooks and my little in progress tattoo flash sheet here, because I finally got the courage to use my Arches paper that I got for Christmas, and I'm learning traditional tattoo flash like illustration, and then I'm going to be learning actual tattooing as well. And I'm at the very, very beginning of my journey. This is only the 4th piece that I've ever done. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Anyway, I've only done a few of these little doodles, which I'll show you in this sketchbook too. And there's quite a difference like between these and the first few that I did before, like doing the research on how to actually achieve the spit shade look. And I'm going for as much of the actual traditional way as possible. So I'm really proud of that piece. And then I wanted to just show you a couple of this other sketchbook that I have, because sometimes when I'm feeling really stressed out, overwhelmed, but like I want to be a little creative, I come in to this sketchbook, which I started through Freya Fennick on Instagram. She used to run Art Witch Academy, and then after that closed, she was running this like hashtag on Instagram for a while, and I participated a little bit. So I was just drawing and like not really worrying about whether it was like good or not. I was just drawing to have fun, and a few of these pieces are actually kind of cool, but I love the fact that I just didn't care. Like, these are very basic, just doodle drawings, like nothing serious. and I was having a lot of fun doing it, you know, making some weird stuff, you know, drawing with crayons. I love this one. Yeah, so, and this was like kind of the beginning of my scribble art journey. Oh. There was a deer in my backyard this day, and then I saw a deer, unfortunately, get killed in the road, so I wrote a little note about that. Yeah, just not really worrying about whether these are going to come out good. This one was super weird, more of my scribble art, kind of more rude and adult, so sorry about that. So yeah, I think this would be a really good practice to come back to when I'm not feeling it and I just want to sit at my desk for like 15 minutes. And then this sketchbook is one that, so I started it a long time ago, and then I was feeling some imposter syndrome. I ended up ripping out a page at the beginning because I didn't like it, and it really compromised the integrity of the book. So for a while I was like, maybe I'll take the whole thing apart and make a new book, but that just sounds like way too much work. So recently, when I started getting back into watercoloring, I just decided to flip it to the back and make some art and just not worry about that front part until later. I might repair it because I know how to do that. I have some material that would work. Maybe I'll do some like cool collage or mixed media or something, but yeah, I just have been trying to play and experiment with like, this is gouache. I didn't like this piece and did the thing where I covered it up. Silly me. And then I didn't like this either, so, you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll come back to it later with something else, but then I decided to start swatching my beautiful Daniel Smith colors, all of my Kiritake paints. Sorry about my nose. I've been sick for like weeks, and I'm sorry if you can kind of hear the congestion, and to me it sounds really gross, but doing my best. And then I was doing some exercises from a book that I have, and then practicing my traditional flash art as well. I didn't know much at the beginning. Like, these are the first few pieces that I've done, and I made them in like the wrong medium, and you know, it doesn't exactly have the desired effect, but I'm learning a lot. I was having some frustration with like bleeding and things here, but I'm learning and I'm trying, so that's the most important thing. And then I was doing some like color swatch art from my color cube, just copying the, sorry about that. I should wrap up here, but I was just copying the reference pictures and then doing some more scribble art with, I think this is the one I used. So anyway, I just needed to share that I've been working in some sketchbooks too, making art, having fun, experimenting. So I hope that was interesting to watch, and yeah, thanks so much for watching again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!